I had a dream where I was going to China on a plane or at the airport, and we just came from school, and the flight was supposed to take off at 10 a.m. And then I, for some reason, my aunt and my cousin who live in China were already like in the U.S. at our airport, supposed to go to China. Or, and it was my mom and my brother and my stepdad and me also. We were all supposed to go fly to China on the same flight, and at the airport, we were getting through security. We just came from school, even though it was a 9 a.m. flight, and then we had to go through security. And oh, it was in security. It was really funny because there was a guy, like, you know, the place where they just put you're just supposed to put your bag on it. It was like, usually it's pretty high, but it was like a lower platform where you just like, it's like slides and you're supposed to just only put your bag on it. And there was this short man whose face was kind of creepy. It was like very creepy. It looked kind of like a labubu, and he had like no hair except because he was balding on the top of his head. But he had like little hairs on the sides of his head. His face looked like a labubu. And then he didn't just put his bag on it. He put his bag and then he sat in crisscross applesauce on the platform with his bag, and then he stared like a labubu into my eyes when I was gonna put my bag on it. And then he like after the TSA told him to get off, he got really mad. And while still looking at me, looking like a labubu, he took his like little suitcase and he smashed it onto the platform. Like he threw it down, and then it like bounced up. And I was so scared. So then I went back to the general area where where all of my family members were to go through a security check, and we for the general area, it was like a huge long tube where you have to go in with your baggage stuff and you slide through. Except there were some people who had to come back out to like do something. So in the same tube, they were like climbing out or sliding out through the tube while I was going in, and I was like there was like this fat person, and then I got stuck. Mm. And then after I made it out of the tube, and then like the door was already closing, but it was like train doors, so like they're automatically opening and closing, and it was like a train inside. It wasn't like an airplane. So I just sat in like one compartment, one section of the train slash plane, and then my stepdad came and he was like, "Oh, there's no more seats in the front with your auntie." And I was like, "Oh man!" And then he was like, "If you want, I can just sit with your mom and your brother, and then they can free up one more seat." I was like, "Oh, it's okay." And then afterwards, I sat down, and he also sat down. Except I sat down next to this old man, and and my stepdad, he was like kiss no, he was like pretending to kiss the old man, and, and the old man was like super freaked out. Obviously, he was like, "You, me, no, get closer." And then I saw my mom and my brother. They're just standing. They're standing like at the bottom when the plane already took off, so they like missed the airplane, and they're like I saw them running toward the plane when the plane was already taking off. So sad. But it was 9:09. I checked my phone in my dream. Oh, also in the dream during the security check, I switched my phones with my mom's phone on accident. So I checked my mom's phone and she checked my phone, I guess. And then when we took off, for some reason it was in the like Dallas area, even though I don't live in Dallas. And then I was like, "Oh, I see DFW, blah 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 blah." Then I was sad that my mom and my brother had to catch another flight and using my phone, because all of my mom's stuff is on her phone and I have her phone, and it was an international flight to China, so I was like kind of